Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Are you enjoying your time at home? That's great. You are welcome again to Learn English Online, a channel which is created for you to help you improve your English and to get prepared for the exams too. So, are you ready to learn? Let's start. So, today's lesson is part number 3 of reported speech. In order to understand part number 3 very well, please make sure that you watch part number 1 and part number 2 of reported speech. You are going to find the links of both parts in the description of this video below. So let's start our new lesson. Sometimes you want to report questions, but you don't know how to do it. Before giving you the answer for this, you should know the types of questions that we have in English first. There are 2 types of questions in English: yes-no questions and WH questions. What do we mean by these 2 types of questions? A yes-no question is simply a question that we can answer either by yes or no. When I say, for example, "Are you fine?" you say yes, or you say no. So "are you fine" is a yes-no question, okay? So the second type is WH questions. What is a WH question? It is simply a question that starts with a WH word. What do we mean by a WH word? It's a word that we use to form a question, and it includes the letters WH. There are many WH words in English like what, when, where, how, etc. One more thing is that WH question is a question that we cannot answer by yes or no. For instance, when I say, "Where do you live?" we cannot answer by yes or no. Did you understand? That's great. There are 2 common reporting verbs that are used to report questions, either yes-no questions or WH questions. They are ask and want to know, and they can be either in the present or the past. Okay? Now let's deal with the first type of questions, which is yes-no questions. In order to report a question which is yes and no question, you should follow this rule. First, we have the subject plus the reporting verb. And the reporting verb here, it can be either ask or want to know. And the tense can be either present tense or the past tense. After that, we have if or whether, which is this one, plus the subject, plus the changes we have. And the changes depend again on the tense of the reporting verb. If it is the present tense, we're going to have some changes which are already mentioned in part number 1 of the lesson of reported speech. So please don't hesitate to refer to this part. If it is in the past tense, we need to make the changes that are mentioned in part number 2 of the lesson. The last part of the rule is the full stop. So we're not going to make use of the question mark, but we change it and we use just a full stop. Now we're going to see an example. The sentence in direct speech is Nabil in the park now? This is a yes-no question because we can answer by yes or by no. Now, to use reported speech, we have 2 cases. The first case, it's the case of the reporting verb in the present tense. And the sentence is, Mona wants to know, plus if or whether, this is according to the rule, and we choose just one word, plus the subject. The subject in the sentence is Nabil. Then the changes that we have. We have the verb is. It is in the present simple. We don't change the tense since the reporting verb is in the present tense. And as far as the subject agreement is concerned, we have no problem here. We cannot say Nabil am or Nabil are. We simply say Nabil is. Then we finish the sentence. In the park. Now. Now is an adverb. And we don't change it again because the reporting verb is in the present tense. And finally, we use full stop. So we no longer use the question mark. In the second case, we have the reporting verb in the past tense. And the sentence is Muna asked me plus if or whether plus the subject Nabil plus the other changes. And here we have is, which is in the present simple. We need to change it because the reporting verb is in the past tense. So the present simple becomes the past simple. So is becomes was. Nabil was. Plus in the park. And then we change the adverb now. And it becomes then. Now let's move to the second type of questions, which is WH questions. According to the rule, we have subject plus the reporting verb, which can be either in the present or the past tense, plus the WH word, plus the subject, and plus the changes, which include the verb, the adverb, the modals, etc. And finally, we have the full stop. Instead of the question mark, we use full stop. Now let's see an example. The sentence in direct speech is, where is your sister? This is a WH question because it starts with a WH word, which is where, and we cannot answer this question by yes or no. Where is your sister? You can answer by she is at school, she is at home, etc. But you cannot say yes or no. So to use reported speech, we have two cases depending on the tense of the reporting verb. The first case, the reporting verb is in the present tense, and the sentence is Layla wants to know, plus, according to the rule, we have the WH word, which is in the question, where, plus the subject. The subject in the sentence is your sister. We can also say my sister, our sister, so this depends on the context, so it's fine. And is, which is the verb. We don't change the tense because the reporting verb is already in the present tense. And as far as the subject-verb agreement is very appropriate. We say my sister is, your sister is. So there is no problem. And finally we have full stop instead of the question mark. In the second case, we have the reporting verb in the past tense, and the sentence is Layla wanted to know, plus the WH word, which is where, plus your sister or my sister, plus the other changes. Here, the reporting verb is in the past. So the verb is, we need to change it. It is here in the question, it is in a simple present. So we change it into simple past and it becomes was. And finally, we have the full stop. So did you understand now how to report questions, either WH questions or yes-no questions? That's good. Now, the next part of this video is reporting commands, advice, promises, warnings, and invitations. All of these language functions have the same rule, and it is very easy. So, according to the rule, we have the subject plus the reporting verb, which is either in the present or the past tense, plus to plus the verb in bare infinitive, or not to plus the verb in bare infinitive. Not, we use it when we have the negation in the sentence. in direct speech, okay? After the verb, we have the rest of changes, which depend on the tense of the reporting verb. And finally, full stop if we have another punctuation mark in the sentence in direct speech. To understand this rule well, let's study the following examples. In the first example, the sentence in direct speech is finish the report today. This is a command. To rewrite the sentence using reported speech, we're going to follow the rule above. For this example, we have again two cases. In the first case, we have the reporting verb in the present tense. The boss has ordered me, has ordered, is in the present perfect simple. So the boss has ordered me plus, according to the rule, we have to plus verb in bare infinitive or not to plus verb in bare infinitive. In the sentence finish the report today, we don't have negation. So we're going to use simply to plus verb in bare infinitive. So we have to plus finish, and then we finish the report today. Today, it's an adverb. We don't change it. Why? Because the reporting verb is in the present tense. And finally, we change the exclamation mark by a full stop. In the second case, we have the reporting verb in the past tense. The boss ordered me plus to plus the verb in bare infinitive again to finish plus the report, and we change the adverb today to becomes that day. Why? Because the reporting verb is in the past tense. And finally, full stop. Now let's move to example number 2. The sentence in direct speech is don't leave your room. This is again a command to report this sentence. Here we have dealt with just one example, and it's fine. The mother ordered her son. Ordered is the reporting verb, and it is in the past tense. According to the rule, we have to plus verb in bare infinitive or not to plus the verb in bare infinitive. In the sentence in direct speech, we have negation in don't. So we need to make use of negation here. So we say, the mother ordered her son not plus to plus the verb in bare infinitive. And here we mean the main verb, not the auxiliary. So leave plus your. It is here changed into his because it refers to the son. Then we finish the sentence, room, and we change the exclamation mark by full stop. So when reporting commands, advice, promises, warnings, or invitations, please use the same rule we have talked about. Concerning the reporting verbs of the other language functions, which we haven't dealt with in examples, we have advice. The reporting verb is advise. It is written with S. For promises, we have promise. For warnings, we have the verb warn. And for invitations, we have the verb invite. And the tense, of course, it depends on the sentence and reported speech, either in the present or in the past tense. The next part of the video is reporting sentences through which we make suggestions or we express denial. And the rule is the subject plus the reporting verb in the present or the past plus the verb plus ing plus the other changes which depend on the tense of the reporting verb, and finally full stop if we have another punctuation mark in the sentence in direct speech. Now let's study the following examples. The first example, the sentence in direct speech, Let's go to the zoo tomorrow. To rewrite this sentence using a reported speech, we have two cases. In the first case, we have the reporting verb has suggested. It is in the present tense. So my brother has suggested plus, according to the rule, the verb plus ing. So the verb in the sentence in direct speech is go plus ing, it becomes going, plus to the zoo. And then we have the adverb tomorrow. We don't change it because the reporting verb is in the present tense. In the second case, we have the reporting verb suggested in the past tense. My brother suggested, again, plus the verb plus ing, going, plus to the zoo. And we have the adverb tomorrow. Here we need to change it. It becomes the following day because the reporting verb is in the past tense. And then full stop. In example number 2, we have the sentence, I didn't break the vase. Here it expresses denial. In a reported speech, here we have just one case, which is the reporting verb in the past tense. And it is the same for the case of the reporting verb in the present tense. So we follow the rules we have talked about. So the answer for example number 2 is Carlos denied plus the verb plus ing. The main verb is break, not didn't. So we say breaking. Then we finish the sentence because we have no other changes. The next part is apology. According to the rule, we have the subject plus the reporting verb in the present or the past tense plus for plus the verb plus ing or plus not plus verb plus ing. This is when we have negation in the sentence in direct speech. And then we have the changes. And these changes depend on the tense of the reporting verb. To make things clear, let's study the following examples. In example number 1, the sentence in direct speech is, I am sorry, I have lost your glasses. To rewrite this sentence using reported speech, we're going to focus on one case, which is the reporting verb in the past tense. Omar apologized to Mehdi. So apologized is the reporting verb in the past tense, plus, according to the rule, for, plus, not plus verb plus ing or the verb plus ing. In the sentence in direct speech, we don't have negation. So we're going to use for plus verb plus ing. Look at the sentence, I am sorry I have lost your glasses. The first part, I am sorry, we don't use it at all. Why? Because it means apologize. Okay? So we cannot repeat and say, I am sorry again in the sentence in reported speech. That's why we have used Omar apologized to Mehdi. So for plus the verb plus ing. So the verb exists in the second part of the sentence, which is I have lost your glasses. The main verb, not the auxiliary, it is lost. Lost, this is the past participle of the verb lose. So we take the verb lose and then we add ing after omitting the letter e. So we say for losing. Then we change your, which is a possessive adjective, and it becomes here his, because we refer to Mehdi. So we cannot say your glasses, but we say his glasses. It means Mehdi's glasses. And the sentence is finished. Let's now study example number 2. The sentence in direct speech is, I apologize, sir. I didn't do the homework. Again, we have just one case. It is the case of the reporting verb in the past tense, apologized. So the student apologized. According to the rule, we need to use for plus not plus verb plus ing or plus verb plus ing. In the sentence in direct speech, we have negation. In the second part, I didn't do the homework. Concerning the first part, I apologize, sir. We are not going to use it. Why? Because apologize is already used as a reporting verb. And it refers to the student. Okay? So the student apologized. It replaces I apologize, sir. So after the student apologized, we have for plus not, which is taken from didn't, plus the verb plus ing. Here we have the main verb do plus ing, doing. When we finish the sentence, the homework, we have no changes or no other changes to make. The last part of this video is congratulating. According to the rule, we have the subject plus the reporting verb in the present or the past tense, plus on, plus the verb plus ing, and the other changes depending on the tense of the reporting verb. Now let's see the first example. The sentence in direct speech. You have won the competition, Suzanne. In a reported speech, we have one case. This time we have the reporting verb in the present tense. So the sentence is Daniel has congratulated Suzanne plus on plus the verb plus ing. So the main verb in the sentence in direct speech is won, and it is the past participle of the verb win. So we're going to make use of the infinitive of the verb win. And before adding ing, we need to have double N. Why? Because we have CVC or consonant, vowel, consonant. And then we add ing and we finish the sentence, the competition. For the word Suzanne, we don't need to write it because it is already mentioned before. In the beginning of the sentence, Daniel has congratulated Suzanne. Okay, so we don't need to repeat it. In example number 2, we have the sentence, congratulations, you have passed the exam. So here in reported speech, we have the case of the reporting verb in the past tense. My friend congratulated me. According to the rule, we need to use the word on plus the verb plus ing. In the sentence in direct speech, the first part, congratulations, we don't need to use it. Again, we have my friend congratulated. So it is going to be a repetition if we use congratulations once again. So we finish the part of the rule. So on plus the verb plus ing. So we take the verb from the second part, you have passed the exam, and we take just the main verb, which is passed. And here again, it is the past participle of the verb pass. So we take the infinitive of the verb pass, then we add ing on passing. And then we finish the sentence, the exam. So we have no other changes to make. So part number 3 of reported speech is finished. I hope that you have understood this part very well. For those who haven't watched the first and the second parts of the lesson yet, you are going to find the links of the 2 videos in the description of this video below. Please watch the 2 parts. This will help you understand part number 3 easily. If you still have any questions, if you have any recommendations for our channel, please don't hesitate to contact us either by email, which is leo.help.24h@gmail.com, or simply leave us your comments below. In order to encourage us, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel Learn English Online if this is your first visit, and activate the bell icon to get notified of our latest updates. Also, by pressing the like button, you will encourage us to share more useful videos that will certainly help you or help others. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.